If you're like us, you would clone yourself if possible. If you're remodeling a house, it would be nice to know that everyone performing work on the job was working as skilled, careful, and as hardworking as you. But until the science of cloning takes off, and the movie Multiplicity isn't offering much promise, you're going to need to rely on subcontractors, especially as you scale to a larger size construction business. Whether you're a general contractor or project manager, it's imperative that you know how to hire and manage subcontractors. What is a subcontractor? A subcontractor is a free agent employed on a job-by-job basis because their skills are required for a specific project, like a plumber or electrician, for example. It's important to note that a subcontractor is hired by the contractor and doesn't have a contract directly with the client. And in some cases, a subcontractor will also hire subcontractors, which are, as you guessed it, subcontractors. In this case, the subcontractor is contractually obligated to the subcontractor, not the general contractor. Why hire a subcontractor? The three most common reasons to hire a subcontractor include to handle specialized work you or your team is not licensed to perform, to fill in for work where an employee is unavailable, to take on work your current team does not have the time or skills to handle. To all you MacGyvers out there, we know it's tempting to take on electrical or plumbing work, but it's a rookie maneuver. Or for those of you who are cheap and want to save a few bucks doing the work yourself, consider the risk of a lawsuit from doing work you're not licensed to perform, or even a lawsuit from work that wasn't done properly. And take our word for it, it's unlikely that you'll scale to a highly profitable construction business without the use of subcontractors. Where to find subcontractors? It's not uncommon for your favorite subcontractor to be unavailable or for you to need a subcontractor at the last minute. So it's always good to have knowledge of where and how to find subcontractors if you should need them. Here's some tips to help you get started. Ask friends in the industry. The best relationships in this business are usually formed by word of mouth. What better way to find a trusted subcontractor than one who's referred by someone you already trust? Check websites. These days, there's all sorts of helpful resources out there for finding a subcontractor, including sites like the Blue Book, Angie's List, or Career Builder. Connect with trade schools. It's very likely they have alumni who they know and trust and would recommend for your project. Ask subcontractors if a subcontractor is unavailable. It's not uncommon to get them to suggest someone else they know to help you with your project. And wherever you look and find a subcontractor, just be sure you vet them as much as possible. There'll be more on this later. Before you hire a subcontractor. Before doing anything, let's first make sure that potential subcontractor can legally be classified as an independent worker. Why? Although it's rare, there's scenarios where a subcontractor could make a case for being an actual employee of your business, giving them access to benefits like overtime, vacation days, and sick time. Keep in mind that an independent worker generally has the following: their own business location, which may include a residence. They have a business license and other professional licenses and permits related to their work. They set and negotiate their own rate for their services. They set their own hours. And they're paid on a 1099 and they're willing to file a W-9 with your company. And we'll touch on this again later. If you have any doubt about a subcontractor and their status as an independent worker, we recommend you speak to an attorney. Hiring a subcontractor. When it comes to hiring a subcontractor, here's some good practices that you should keep in mind. Provide the subcontractor with a detailed scope of work. Have a clear and fair bidding process. Always check credentials, insurance, and their safety record. Ask for references and actually contact the references. Keep a checklist of activities to perform and questions to ask each subcontractor. Let's discuss each of these in greater detail. A scope of work. Create a scope of work that clearly defines the task you need that subcontractor to accomplish, as well as the task the subcontractor is not responsible for performing. The scope of work should include a schedule and major milestones, and you might even want to include written specifications and drawings in some cases. Whatever helps communicate the work as clearly as possible to the subcontractor must be in that scope of work. Want to view the entire lesson as well as all of the other lessons included in this course? Visit heavyape.com and use the coupon code E&C to get 25% off.